welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for this video. I am going to be answering your questions from Snapchat and I can't wait. I went onto my Snapchat and asked you guys to ask me anything at all. So yeah, I'm really excited to do this. My Snap fam, as they would already know, are like my favorite people on planet Earth. I love my Snapchat family so much. I chat to you guys all the time. My Snapchat's always open to the public. So if you guys didn't know that, my Snap is literally always open to the public. So you can snap me at any time, whatever you want, and I will always reply. So if you don't already have me on Snapchat, I will leave my Snapchat username right here so that you can add me and become a part of the Snapchat family. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump straight into it. I'm so excited to see what you guys have asked. So the first question comes from Miss Meg Summer, and she has, what a little cutie. Alright, so she has asked, at what age did you start YouTube? By the way, I love you and your videos. You're an inspiration to me. I love you too. Thank you so much. When you guys call me an inspiration, I'm like, what? No way. Like, not me, because like, I don't know, it's just weird hearing people say that. Like, I'm so grateful for that, but it's just such a surreal thing to hear people say. Anyways, at what age did I start YouTube? I started my YouTube channel about 3 years ago now, so when I was 21. Actually, I was 21 because I remember my first ever camera that I got for YouTube, which was my Canon 600D. My parents actually bought it for me for my 21st birthday so that I could start my YouTube channel. So there we go. I was 21 when I started YouTube. So the next question is from Sia's mum 630. She said, is that an elephant tattoo? How many tattoos do you have? I have 8. Yes, it is an elephant tattoo. For those of you who don't know, elephants are my absolute favorite animal ever. I just think they are absolutely incredible. I don't know why, I've just been obsessed with them for the longest time now. So I decided to get one tattooed on my body. So my plan for this tattoo, I actually have like a long-term plan for it, which sounds kind of weird, but at the moment I just have the one elephant because this is kind of representing me, because I am just like my own person at the moment. I'm young, I don't have a family yet, and yeah, this is me. And then once I start having children, I want to get little baby elephants that follow on from the mum's footsteps. And that's just what I've always wanted from this tattoo. Obviously I don't have kids yet, but one day I do want to have kids, and that is the plan, is that I will add a little baby elephant with every child that I am blessed with in my life. I do have one other tattoo on my ribs. I don't know if I can show you guys. So this is my other tattoo on my ribs. It's kind of hard to show you, but it's just a little love heart with the word love in cursive writing on the side, because I love love. I think it's always nice to be surrounded by love and have love in yourself as well. Like, it's so important to love yourself. It's so important to love other people in life. Sounds cheesy. Like, that tattoo was actually a very spontaneous tattoo. I knew that I wanted a tattoo, but I didn't know what I wanted. And one day Ben and I were walking past a tattoo shop and I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna go and get a tattoo. So I did, and this is what I got. And yeah, it's basically just to symbolize that, like, I think it's so important to have love surrounding you all the time. So hence why I also got that tattooed on me as well. But they are my only 2 tattoos at the moment. I probably will get more eventually, but I just don't know what else I want, and I'm just in no hurry to get any more at the moment. So yeah, just 2 for now. The next tattoo comes from... Next tattoo? Did I just say that? Oh my god. The next Snapchat comes from Addie LH, and she has said, we just want to say hi and we love you. Look at them. Oh, that's so cute. I freaking love you guys. Although it's not a question, so I can't answer it, but I do love you guys. Look at them. I don't know which one is Addie, but you guys are both gorgeous. Holy moly. Okay, so the next question, hopefully this is a question, is from Hayley Olivia 1, and she has said, do you still do lash extensions? If so, do you have any tips at all? Oh no, it's disappeared. Replay. At all when starting out on your own, not with a business, and what? On your own with a business and... I didn't get to read it all. Okay, so I'm pretty sure the question was basically, do I still do lash extensions and any tips or tricks on starting a business? So yes, I do still do lash extensions, although I have cut back on my hours in my little salon. So at the moment, I'm only doing 2 days a week in the salon so that I can focus more of my time on YouTube, because YouTube has recently become a priority for me. It's taking up a lot of time in my life now, which I'm so happy about. I'm not complaining about that at all. So yes, I still do lashes, but I have cut back on them quite a lot. And in terms of like starting a business, I actually get this question a lot, and I always struggle to answer it for some reason. And I think it's because I feel weird giving people business advice, because I wouldn't say I'm like super successful in business. Like, yes, I've got my own little salon and it's doing pretty well. Like, I haven't really had any problems with it. But in terms of giving advice, I don't know. It's hard to think of what to say. I mean, when I first opened my business, I advertised quite a lot through social media. I didn't actually do any paid advertising. From what I've heard, paid advertising is just not that effective these days, because we do have free advertising in social media. So I actually started my business page about a month before I opened my business, and I got the ball rolling with that. So before I'd even opened my business, I did already have bookings, and I think that really, really helped. And from a lashes point of view, people like to see pictures of your work. So they like to see what you can kind of do, the services that you can provide. So I started uploading pictures onto my business Instagram and my business Facebook page to show people the quality of my work. And I think that really helped, because lashes are such a visual thing. Try and just create a bit of a profile for yourself and get your name out there on social media. Actually, the other thing I'd say is like a loyalty. So I started the business with a loyalty program, and I think that probably really helped as well, because it shows your clients that you kind of want them to keep coming back and that you will be thankful of them coming back. So my loyalty cards have got 5 different stamps on them. So once you get to the 5th stamp, you get $5 off that service. So I think that's been really popular with my clients. Every time I've kind of handed them to a client, the client's been like, oh my gosh, oh, that's really cool. So I think in some ways that probably helps quite a lot. But yeah, other than that, I think it's just good to be confident in your work and make sure that you are actually providing a service that people would be willing to pay for, especially in the beauty industry, because it is an unregulated industry. There are a lot of people out there doing dodgy jobs, and you don't want to be one of those people, because the word gets out pretty quickly. So if you are on the other end of that spectrum and you do actually provide a really, really good service, you're really friendly with your clients, it makes them want to come back, and it kind of like, people don't really think about the money that they're spending with you then. They kind of just want to keep coming back for the relationship and for the good quality service that they get. So I don't know if I can think of anything else at the moment, but yeah, that's probably like the 3 biggest things that I've learned since having my own business. All right, next question comes from Samantha Coveney. Sorry if I said that wrong. All right, she said, do you have any advice for someone wanting to start a YouTube channel? Also, what camera and editing products do you use? Okay, this is another really common question that I get all the time, like advice on starting a YouTube channel. And again, I always feel really weird answering this, because like I'm still learning as well. I think the whole YouTube process is such a learning process. You're always learning something new. But I guess I can just share with you what I have learned so far. And the biggest thing that I could probably tell you is to just be genuine and be yourself. Don't get caught up in trying to be someone that you're not, or trying to be someone else because this person has so many followers. Like, don't try and be that person just because of how many followers they've got, because people have already seen that. They don't want to see that again in you. They want to see you for who you are. So I think it's really important to be genuine on your channel and be authentic. And honestly, I think it's pretty obvious these days when someone's not being genuine or authentic in their videos. So, and in terms of the camera that I use, so I have just recently upgraded my camera to the Canon 80D. I was previously using the 600D, like I mentioned before, and that was a really great camera for me to start off with, I think, because it's kind of like, a beginner's camera. It does everything automatically for you except for autofocus, and that was the main reason why I upgraded to the 80D, because it didn't have autofocus. But other than that, I think the 600D was a really great camera to start off with. I've also now got a microphone that I use. I use the Blue Yeti microphone. Again, when you start on YouTube, you don't need to invest your money into all of this stuff. This is just what I have kind of upgraded with recently, because most cameras do come with built-in microphones, which are perfectly fine to use. Like, the quality of the built-in microphones are pretty awesome. It's just that I wanted to step it up a notch, and yeah, I got this external microphone to kind of just make my audio that little bit better. And then in terms of lighting, I currently use 2 soft boxes, and I've got a big window in front of me here. Natural lighting is probably the best lighting. If you've got a big window that you can sit in front of, I think that's the best way to start. Like, don't bother going out and buying all these fancy studio lights, because natural lighting is honestly the best lighting. And when it comes through a window, the window kind of like diffuses the light, so it's a really nice light for pictures and videos. And then what was the other question? Oh, editing. So I started off YouTube using iMovie, which is just the free editing program that comes on Macs, but I have since upgraded to Final Cut Pro. You don't need to go out and spend money on any crazy editing programs either. iMovie is really, really great, and it's free with any MacBook. Okay, so the next one is a video from Ali Kamanides. I feel like I'm butchering everyone's names. I'm so sorry.
Hey Erin, what are your favourite TV shows or movies of all time? Love you.
Oh my god, that's the cutest filter ever. That's like my favorite filter at the moment, I think. Love you too, Ali. Thank you so much for actually sending a video through. I love seeing your faces. It's like, it's amazing. It kind of like puts into context that you guys are real people, because all I get to see is numbers and usernames. So actually getting to see you guys like on camera talking to me is just so, so cool. I'm not much of a TV or movie person. We have this like personal joke in my family and between Ben and I that I always fall asleep instantly when a movie is on. And I don't know why. It could be the most interesting movie ever, but as soon as I'm like comfy on the couch in the zone, I just fall asleep. And I can't help it. So there are a lot of movies that I've seen like the first 15 minutes of and then have never seen the ends of them. So let me think. Okay, all right. Dear John. Dear John is one of my all-time favorite movies ever. Napoleon Dynamite, I just think that that is like the funniest movie. Like, it's the kind of movie you put on when you just want to have a laugh and you don't really want to have to think about what you're watching. Like, you just want to sit there and just chill out and watch a funny movie. I love Napoleon Dynamite.
Kip hasn't done flipping anything today.
What?
Well, what's there to eat?
Knock it off, Napoleon. Make yourself a dang quesadilla.
Fine. Stay home and eat all the freaking chips, Kip.
Napoleon, don't be jealous that I've been chatting online with babes all day.
What else? The Notebook, of course. I feel like that's just like it has to be a favorite. Actually, Ben and I were scrolling through Netflix last night looking for a movie to watch, and the movie Serendipity came up, and I actually said to Ben, I was like, oh my gosh, I have not seen that movie in so long. But I remember as a kid, I used to watch that movie nearly every weekend. I remember my family had it on like a DVD, and I just used to watch it all the freaking time. So as like an all-time favorite, I would have to say Serendipity. TV shows, I'm currently obsessed with Prison Break. I have only just got into it. Why am I holding my beauty blender? I don't know. So I'm up to I think episode like 10 or 11 of the second season, but I am hooked. So hooked. I'm kind of mad at myself that I didn't watch it sooner. I really, really like How to Get Away with Murder. I think that that TV series is just so like, whoa, it has me on edge the whole time that I'm watching it. I seriously love it. I'm kind of obsessed with anything to do with prisons and crime. I don't know why, I just am. I find prisons so interesting from a psychological point of view, like the mental psychological point of view of prisons. I find that really, really interesting. So anything to do with prisons or crime, I am obsessed with. All right, so the next question comes from Cassie Beardmore, and she said, how long have you been vegetarian for, and what made you decide you wanted to be one? Also, what's your favorite vegetarian food? And she's put a little picture of her puppy. Oh. Oh, so cute. I freaking love when you guys send me pictures of your dogs. Okay, how long have you been vegetarian for? So actually, like, think I've just hit 2 years of being vegetarian. It was like the end of November in 2015 that I became vegetarian. So the reason I became vegetarian was not for anything ethical. I actually became vegetarian because I've just never really enjoyed eating meat. My old boss at the time, I used to actually work from her home, and her partner was vegetarian and had been vegetarian for like 15 years or something. So he had a very good knowledge of vegetarian food, and they actually cooked a lot of vegetarian food at home, which I got to also eat. So seeing him kind of living a vegetarian lifestyle and all of the things that he was eating instead of meat kind of inspired me to want to do it as well. I've always kind of had problems with my digestion. Like, I always get bloated really easily and run down, and just like I lose energy quite quickly and stuff like that. And so I wanted to see if becoming vegetarian would change any of that, and it definitely has a little bit. I wouldn't say that it has made like a huge difference, but I definitely don't get as bloated as often. I do still eat some of the processed fake meats every now and then, but that's more of like a treat because I do understand that they are quite unhealthy for you. But I've started substituting things like chickpeas and lentils and all of that into my cooking instead of meat, and I actually really enjoy it, and I've found that it has stabilized my weight a lot more, so I don't put on weight as easily as I used to when I ate meat, and my digestion is a lot better as well. After a while of being vegetarian, it did become an ethical thing for me because I started looking at like a piece of chicken breast, and all that would go through my head was like, wow, that's actually like chicken. That's like actually an animal. That's kind of gross. And so after a while, it did become the ethical thing for me, but that is not the reason why I started. My favorite vegetarian food, anything Mexican. Mexican is a really, really great like cuisine for vegetarians because they use a lot of beans and rice and avocado, guacamole, sour cream. Oh, so good. I've really been loving roasting chickpeas recently, so I'll like put them on a baking tray, season them with a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper and paprika, and then roast them in the oven. And they kind of become these like crunchy balls of deliciousness. They are just so yummy. Sometimes I'll just snack on them as they are, or I'll throw them through salads or something like that. All right, the next one is a video from Ivan Ota. Snapchat names are so hard because most of the time they're not someone's full name. Anyways, hey. Can I be in your Q&A video? Yeah! Okay, well that wasn't a question either, but she wanted to be in the Q&A video, so there you go, you're in the video. Alright, next question comes from Sarah Jagger. Hey babe, question for your Q&A video. Why did you decide to create a YouTube channel, and how did you balance having a full-time job whilst trying to upload videos regularly? So I created my YouTube channel as more of a hobby than anything else. I actually had no idea that you could make money from YouTube or that it could be like a job. I just wasn't aware of that like side of social media. The way that it all came about was that I was working full-time in a job that I hated. I was living with Ben at the time, and he did a lot of night shift. So a lot of nights I was actually home by myself, and I discovered makeup tutorials. And so I started practicing my makeup. I'd stay up until like 11 o'clock at night just in front of my mirror practicing makeup. I started saving up and buying lots of different makeup items, and just found my love for makeup through that. And it was purely just for something to do while Ben was at work. And then I decided to create an Instagram account and start posting photos of my makeup looks on there. And so yeah, I did that. I started out on Instagram and I started tagging brands, and brands started all of a sudden reposting me, and I started getting followers. And then those followers were asking me for tutorials, and here I am. So that's pretty much how it came about. Like, I honestly never intended to do this as a job. I didn't even know that that was a thing. But in saying that, when I figured out that YouTube could become a job and could become something that I could earn money from, that was then a goal of mine. So it's pretty cool that I can now sit here and say that YouTube is my biggest source of income now. Because yeah, back in the day when I first started, I had no idea at all. This one is from Amy Dillon, and it's a video.
If you were any good at accents. Love you and your videos. Hey Erin, 2 quick questions. I was wondering if you could guess the colour of my wall. And 2. By the way, my wall is an aquary grainy blue.
So obviously I didn't get to guess the colour of her wall because I already saw the colour of her wall before I got the opportunity. And to be honest, what was going through my head was like pink or purple, so I would have been wrong anyway. And then I think the second question was, am I any good at accents? I feel like I can do a pretty good American accent, but American accents are really easy for Australians to do because you just like kind of round your R's a little bit, so it's kind of really easy. And then I feel like I'm pretty good at an English accent. My partner's English, so his whole family is English, and sometimes when I'm talking to them, if I'm in like a deep conversation with them, I start getting an English accent as I talk to them. So American and English are probably my 2 best ones. Other than that, I think I'm pretty shocking at everything else, so I'm not even going to attempt that. This is from Lizzie Jane, and she said, how are you coping with Casey being in America and so far away from you? Love you guys heaps. This is so funny. I've actually had so many of you guys messaging me since Casey went to America, and you guys are saying like, oh my god, Erin, I hope you're okay now that Casey's in America for a month. Like, I hope you're coping okay. And it's literally the sweetest thing ever, but I can't help but giggle because, guys, don't worry, I'm fine. I'm honestly fine. We play it up on social media a little bit, but like obviously I miss her dearly, but I'm totally fine without her as well. I'm my own person. I'm very much an individual person. I love me time. I love my own time at home with Ben. Casey and I just have that special connection, I think. And like we literally talk every single day and still are talking every single day. I'm totally fine. I'm coping okay without her. I just think it's so cute that you guys ask because, yeah. I just hope that she stays safe over there and that nothing happens to her or Hamish. I just want them to have the best time ever. So yeah. Okay. Got another video from Susie Hancock.
How long have you been vegetarian for, and what kind of things do you eat in a day? Like, I'm finding it so hard to come up with new ideas. You should do a what you eat in a day video. That would be so good.
Oh my god, she has the cutest accent ever! Like ever. I freaking love her. Oh my gosh. Okay, so pretty much the same question as I've already answered. I've been vegetarian for 2 years and I like eating Mexican food and chickpeas. And potato chips. I didn't mention that before. I really like potato chips as well. Like sweet potato fries or just any form of fries. My candle just blew out, so if you notice that, then that's that. I've got another video here from Natty Sack. Natty Sack is like an OG. She is honestly one of my favorite people ever. She always Snapchats me videos of her chickens, so I'm really hoping there's gonna be a chicken in this video.
Hi Erin, me and Creature would like to know what's your go-to vegetarian meal that you like to make for dinner that's quick and easy. Because I'm also veggie.
Oh look! I told you guys, her chickens are literally the best. Like she literally includes her chickens in most snaps that she sends me and I freaking love it. Okay, on the vegetarian topic again, my favorite quick and easy vegetarian meal. Okay, so the one thing I always have in my freezer is the Fry Family chicken nuggets. They're vegan, but they are literally the best things ever. So sometimes I will just make up a salad, cook up the chicken nuggets and put them on the salad and kind of have like a chicken nugget salad. If you guys are vegetarian and you haven't tried the Fry Family products, then you must, because they are so freaking good. All right, next one is Steph Wilson.
Hey girl, it's your girl Steph. I'm not showing my face because I look like absolute shit at the moment. But my question for you is, do you have any tips on how to deal with low self-esteem, low self-confidence, and love you? Yeah, just stuff like that, because at the moment I am struggling a lot with confidence and self-esteem. Yeah, well, thanks.
Okay, that breaks my heart because I don't want anyone ever to feel like they're not good enough. Oh my gosh, Steph, okay. I know you've been following me for a very long time now, and you are honestly amazing because you have support, like you have literally supported me from day one. So thank you so much for that. The only thing I can say in that kind of situation is to stop comparing yourself to other people. What you see on the outside is like a quarter of who that person really is. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's about who you are on the inside, the type of person you are, the qualities that you have, your morals, your values, how kind you are, your heart, all of that that makes you a decent person, not the way that you look. And also remember that we were all designed to be different. Like, we were all designed to have a different shaped nose, different lips, different face shapes, different skin tones. Some of us have got bad skin, some of us have got good skin. Some people have got, you know, really small eyes, some people have really big eyes, and that is what makes the world so interesting. I think everyone deserves to feel comfortable in their own skin, and everyone should feel comfortable in their own skin. Kind of touching on what I said before in regards to my tattoo on the side of my ribs, I think it's really important to have self-love. I think loving yourself is so important, and you should really like focus on the things that you do love about yourself, the qualities of, you know, of who you are as a person, or, you know, is there something about your appearance that you really like, whether it's your lips or your eyes or your nose or something like that, or, you know, your body shape or whatever it may be. I am a more curvy person. I have always had bigger legs, and I've kind of learned to embrace that over the years. They're not my favorite feature, but we're all unique in our own special ways, and I think that is truly incredible. So please just focus on the things that you do love about yourself. I'm really sorry that you feel like that at the moment. I'm honestly, like, that breaks my heart. So please just know that you can like message me whenever you want. If you're ever having like a bad day or a down day where you're just not feeling 100%, please message me and I will try and cheer you up. And again, Steph, thank you so much for all of your support over the years. Like, when I saw your name pop up on my Snapchat, I was really excited because I know how long you have been supporting me. So thanks, girl. Okay, next one is Jazz Nashama? Oh my god, I'm so bad at names. Is this on a loop? I can never find the right foundation shade. Help. You guys are so funny. Okay, so finding your right foundation shade, you are asking the wrong person, because I honestly struggle with this so much. My biggest piece of advice I could give you is literally stand there swatching and swatching and swatching until you're like, oh, that one looks pretty good. Is that the worst advice ever? That is the worst advice ever. But honestly, I'm really bad with picking my foundation shades. Sometimes I think I'm a yellow undertone. Other days I'm like, no, I'm more of a pink undertone. I generally just go for a more neutral shade and kind of work with it. And if I need to add a little bit more color, I will bronze or I'll blush or try and even it out. But yeah, I'm kind of really bad with picking my own foundation shades. That was a bad answer. Next one is from Annika Page.
Hey girl, so my question would just be, have you used these glitters before? And if you have, what's your opinion on them?
I haven't used Lit Cosmetics before. I'm so sorry. That's actually a brand that I've been wanting to use forever now, but I've just never got my hands on their products and I've never gotten around to it. So yeah, unfortunately I can't help you out there. I'm so sorry. All right, next one is from Matisse Brown.
Hi Erin, I was just wondering, are you ever thinking of moving out of Australia anytime soon? Love you, bye!
Oh my god, seriously the cutest. Am I thinking about moving out of Australia anytime soon? Probably not. I freaking love Australia. I love it so much. The only thing that I would consider doing is like relocating to maybe LA or London or something like that for a short, like a really short period of time. But I don't think I could ever move out of Australia, if you know what I mean. Like, Casey and I have spoken about spending a couple of months in LA next year. That is literally just being spoken about at the moment. Nothing's been organized. We haven't even really decided if that's going to happen, but it's something we would like to do. But could I ever live there? No. Okay, so the next one is from Kenzie Hill 14. And she says, are you and Casey planning on making merch together? Because I will definitely buy it. I love you so much. Sorry, I was kind of late for the Q&A, but please make merch together. Oh my god. You're not late for the Q&A. I'm still filming. It's definitely something Casey and I have spoken about, but it probably won't happen for a while. We would really love to go to a few different cities in Australia next year to meet some of you guys. So it might be a thing that we create for like those specific meetups or something like that. I don't really know what we could create, but we have definitely spoken about it and definitely thought about it. So it probably will happen eventually, but thank you for being so keen on it though. That's so crazy to think that you would want merch from us. That's like a really surreal thing, but yeah, we've definitely thought about it. So that is the end of today's Snapchat Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed. So like I said in the start of the video, if you haven't added me on Snapchat, please do, because I love Snapchat. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.
You don't want to make this work, you just want to make this worse. Want me to listen to you, but you